Going to call the special council meeting for Thursday, June 3rd, 2021 to order at 5:56 p.m. Starting with the roll call.
McKeever.
Roll call.
Here.
Myers.
Here.
Me.
Here.
Truca.
Here.
Sherrick.
Here.
Vogt.
Here.
All set.
Here.
Okay, this meeting has been called for the purpose of appointing the council clerk, so any discussion at this meeting can only be for that topic, including the visitors' participation part of the meeting. Is there anybody that wants to address council regarding that topic? Please go to the podium, state your name and address. Okay, it does not appear like we have any visitor participation. At the last meeting, we were going to have this vote to appoint the council clerk. It was contingent upon the passage of ordinance 16-2021 and 17-2021, which council passed unanimously. Before the meeting was over, the mayor left, so we were not able to get the mayor's signature on those pieces of legislation, so therefore we were told by the law director that we could not hold the vote. Council scheduled this special meeting at 5:50 p.m. today to hold that vote. I personally dropped the legislation off yesterday afternoon in his office. I called him on the way out and asked him if he would sign it. He said no. He said he wanted to review it first. So it was placed on his desk yesterday afternoon. I sent an email to Kelly Patterson this morning at 10 a.m. I said, Kelly, can you remind Mayor Reeser that the legislation on his desk, ordinance 16-2021 and 17-2021, will need to be signed before the special meeting tonight at 5:50 p.m. Otherwise, council will not be able to appoint the new clerk at that meeting. She responded, yes, I will remind him. As of this afternoon, I checked again if the legislation had been signed. It had still not been signed. He did, however, sign 13-2021, which was passed at that meeting, and returned it to the council office. But as of right now, we're not able to hold the vote because the legislation has not been signed. So is there anybody want to comment on that? Aaron?
I have a question. Would we be able to have something written up like we had previously for Todd to pass that the way that we used to do it, just to get this done? Or?
Well, he could still do the same thing. He could still not sign that as well.
You can request an ordinance.
Can we do both and see what he signs?
You can. He has.
Oh, sorry.
Both of us. You can. He has 10 days to decide whether or not to sign. Our next meeting is 12 days away. So if
he doesn't sign it after 10 days, it automatically goes into effect as if he had signed it. If he vetoes it within the 10 days, then he has to give a reason. And then we have 7 days after the veto to hold a vote to override the veto.
And when you have your committee meetings, if you want to request the other way we used to do it, legislation, we can request that.
So are we unable to pay this young lady as long as this legislation's not been signed? Am I to understand it to be that way?
She'd get retroactive pay.
Yeah,
She wouldn't get paid during the.
Yeah, but she can't get on the
How do you
insurance
feel
yet.
about working for free for a minute?
Don't
Yeah.
particularly want to.
It ultimately comes down to whatever legislation you do pass. You obviously want to make retroactive.
Right.
What about the insurance, though?
Not until she's
So she can't get on the insurance yet until...
right.
But it will be retroactive back to?
Well, you can't do that with
I
the health
mean,
insurance.
how does their health insurance work?
It was, our office was told it should start, July, her insurance would start July 1.
So now it won't?
And, well, that depends on, if she.
Oh, microphone,
and-
Joyce,
and-
microphone.
And she would be paid retroactively, then her whole employee share of the insurance would come out of that first check to pay for July's.
Even though she's not using the insurance, she'll have to pay for it?
Well, we pay,
It starts
we
July.
pay for the insurance at the beginning of the month that takes effect. So
Okay.
we withdraw it the previous month, it goes into effect July 1. Otherwise, we would have to retroactively charge her for it. It all is contingent on her appointment and when she gets appointed.
I don't think that's fair to the new hire. I don't see why a piece of legislation that council passed unanimously is being held up. Because council, it only takes 5 votes to do an override anyway, veto override. Aaron?
Is there going to be a way that we can make sure everybody's able to be present, even if not in person, for that next meeting, to make sure that all this happens?
Too far away. He said the meeting's 12 days away. He's only got 10 days.
I think the
But I-
virtual meeting option, I think, is expiring.
They said it was through September, no matter what they did for
I thought it
changes.
said through the duration of the pandemic, which when all the orders were lifted on June 2nd, I believe that came out.
We need to find out, because if not, we're going to have an even bigger problem then.
Yeah, there's still some orders
Like,
pending, hasn't lifted everything. It hasn't lifted everything.
We've been going on 2 months. We almost made 2 months without a clerk, and I immediately, when Mr. Hill resigned, had reached out to the mayor's office and asked if Kelly could fill in temporarily back then, and she was told by the mayor that she could not. And now he's further holding up this, which it just appears like he is creating a hostile environment between the mayor's office and the council office, is my observation. Which it's really sad.
My question is, are you going to stay with us until we can get this taken care of?
Yes.
Okay, let's just move on.
Okay, does anybody have any other discussion on that, or we're gonna move on to adjourn the meeting?
I move that we adjourn the meeting.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Meeting is adjourned at 6:04 PM.